About 105 pounds of avocados were turned into guacamole on Super Bowl Sunday last year. Guacamole is a dish that people have enjoyed for centuries and is sure to be enjoyed for centuries to come. To help you enjoy this timeless recipe, let's take a look at how to make it. First, we'll talk about how to pick out the perfect avocado. Then, we'll look at the key main ingredients in guacamole. And finally, we'll talk about variations you can add to the foundation ingredients to add your special touch. Avocados are very nutritious and everyone can benefit from learning how to make such a healthy snack. It also makes a great appetizer for any meal or social gathering. I've been making and perfecting my guacamole recipe for the past 4 years, which gives me a lot of knowledge in this area. First, let's talk about how to pick out the perfect avocado. There are hundreds of types of avocados in the world. The two main types that you will see in your local grocery store here in Virginia are Hass and Florida. Hass avocados contains lots of healthy fats, which means they're good for you. Florida avocados contain less fats, which means they're also good for you. Hass avocados have a very rich texture and a creamy taste. Florida avocados have more of a firm texture. Hass avocados are more commonly used in cooking recipes due to this rich, creamy texture and taste. 95% of the avocados that are harvested in Florida are of the Hass variety due to the how like they are in the United States. Now that you know the different types of avocados, let's talk about how to know when they're ripe. I met a man in a grocery store and he saw me picking out avocados and he wanted to give me a tip. He said, once you pick them out, you want to make sure they're ripe before you use them. So what you should do is you should stick them in a brown paper bag and put them on top of your fridge. Now, I tried this and it works. It makes your avocados ripen faster. This man was from a Caribbean island that grows lots of avocados and makes lots of guacamole, so he was very well educated in the subject, and it was a great tip. There are 3 ways to tell when your avocado is ripe. The first is by the color. Both Florida and Hass and all other avocados will darken in color when they ripen. Hass avocados start out as a lighter green and they darken to a very dark green, almost black color. Florida avocados also start as a light green, but they don't get as dark as Hass avocados. The second way to tell is by the stem. If the stem is easy to remove, then the avocados are ripe. The third way to tell is by feeling. How you do this is you will place the avocado in the palm of your hand and gently squeeze. You want to make sure you're not squeezing with your fingers like so, because you can bruise the avocado. Gently squeeze, and if you feel a little give, that means that the avocados are ripe. Once you've done all 3 of these, you can be sure that your avocados are ripe. Now that you know how to choose the best avocados, let's discuss what ingredients you can add to mashed up avocados to make your guacamole taste great. Once you know you're ripe, you can cut them open like so. And you want to make sure you do this away from you. Cut down to a cutting board or a plate and just cut to expose the avocado, and then a little more. And then you will simply twist and pull, and you will see 2 halves of the avocado. This works with all avocados. Then you just want to scoop out the core and then scoop out the avocado. I already have some mashed up avocados over here, so I'm just going to scoop out my avocado and add it in. You can do that with both sides. The next thing to do when making guacamole is to mash your avocados. Now you can use a fork, a spoon, or really anything that's easiest for you. You can also use a blender, however that will not give the guacamole as creamy of a texture. I'm using a potato masher, so you're simply going to mash it all together. In Mexico, they use a thing called a molcajete, which is basically a mortar and a pestle. And that is a stone bowl and a stone mixer. They would grind the avocados together with salt for traditional guacamole, and they would not add any other ingredients. But in today's time, we add other ingredients such as onions, tomatoes, cilantro, lime or lemon juice, garlic, and chili or cayenne pepper. Today I'm going to add onions, lime juice, garlic, and chili powder to my guacamole. You can add any variation of these ingredients. It's really just up to you. It's personal preference. And then you just mix these together with whatever you mashed your avocados with, or you can use a spoon or a fork. While there are staple ingredients included in most guacamole recipes, there are a variety of ingredients you can include to spice up your guacamole and add your special touch. Some non-traditional ingredients include kale, beans, fruits, sour cream, and cheese. While variations to the basic guacamole recipes can be tasteful, those who don't like to venture far from the main ingredients won't miss out. I hope you've learned more about how to pick out the perfect avocados and some special key ingredients you can add to your dip to change up your guacamole and make it special for you. You may not think you're a good cook, but guacamole is an easy-to-make, healthy dish that many can enjoy. While there are a variety of avocados to choose from and many different ingredients to add to your guacamole, adding the 6 main ingredients I mentioned earlier to your avocados will make for a crowd-pleasing dish.